Tuesday morning. We've got a little bit of drizzle due about 1 o'clock, so I'm going to try and get a little bit more fert on. I've got some wheat that the slugs have been having a go at, so that looks thin, so that's more important to get it on first. Go and do that, and then if it's still not raining, I'll go up to Rainhill and put a bit on that as well. We're going to put the smart box on the front, and then we can put a bit more weight in the spreader today. We've got 2 trips down the road, so we can put enough weight in. The back, I won't need to come back the yard 3 times, I only have to come back the yard once. This is round the back with loads of stuff in front of it, so we've had to fish it out. To me, slightly, Rob. Out a tiny bit. Hold on. I'll put the top link on and clip that in. That's better now, it's a bit more balanced. Spreading on this field now, a little bit tender in places. A bit of a rot there, but it always is, even in good weather. But it's quite thinness in places, bit of slug chewing, so we want to give it a boost. It's not too bad, just depends on which angle you look across it, but it's definitely a bit thinner than some of the wheat. Just looking at this field now, this has been eaten and chewed and blown over. And it was also, we did try stitching some wheat into it November time, but the seed we used, once we put it out of the bag, it was a bit warm, so it's a bit of a chance on this field anyway. It's not grown. There's the odd seed come up, so we'll re-drill this now it's drying up. Topping up now again, go up to Rainhill. It's quite sandy up there, so it should travel better than where it's just been. And if it fill up now, I'll only have to come back and fill up once more. So it's quicker to come back on the tractor than it is to trailer and strap them down, or drop them in a grain trailer and then scoop them out with a telehandler at the other end. I'll just fly back, do it in 2 batches is the plan. So just put a little hole in it so it's coming out like an egg time, and then I'll just swing it all the way across in a second once that corner's full. Should have perhaps done a little bit bigger hole. Some people put a spike in, don't they, and you just drop the bag on the spike, and then you don't even have to get off and cut them. Drop it on the spike and then just do them one at a time with the telehandler. At least with the knife we've got here, you can come up with 2 and just slip both bags, which is what I did with the first ones. It's kind of full now, so if we go forwards and then boom in at the same time, so keep it down the centre of the machine. If you don't fill it level, you could end up with one side of the hopper running out before the other, because obviously there's 2 discs, so it's coming out of that side and it's coming out of that side. Well, if that one runs out before the other side because the heap's not square, then that'll be spreading over there, and that one's doing nothing. That's where the shovel comes in then there to level it out, and also if you ever spill any, you can scoop it up. This is a bit annoying. I've got to the field and it's saying I've got no GPS on the fertiliser spreader. Shame I can't get that to talk to that. Can you see that sort of hole there with the sandstone? Well, I'll show you something when we get to the other end of the field. That is what it is. It's a massive boulder. Can you see down there that the horse pulled up and pulled to the other end of the field? There you go. Probably like 3.5 foot across by 2 foot. Happy with this wheat. Your camera sees the dominant colour of the stubble because it's a bit whiter, but it looks well. Oh, always happens. Just gone up that other tram line with the headland setting on so it wouldn't have been spreading full width. Go! Loads of pigeons on this field eating the overwintered stubble, overwintered bird mix. It's just started properly raining now. This feels a little bit confusing because the tram line's running in a different direction to the way it was drilled. So I'm totally relying on where John sprayed it, not the tram lines in the Trimble box. I could probably put new ones in, but I can see where John's been with the sprayer, so it's not too bad. Looks alright when you zoom in. It is there. I did knock off because it rained and then it got really windy. And now the wind's dropped back and the rain stopped. A little bit left in the spreader, so I was going to park it somewhere warm and dry in the shed, but I've put another bag in now. I'm going to do one field left for today. It's up really sandy on the banks, and then that way then spreader will be completely empty just in case we get any more rain tomorrow. But if not, we'll resume, but at least it won't have a 500 kilos in overnight getting sticky. Wendy's office is all done now. It's just, oh, that's a data cable. Just needs the carpet, I think. Good, isn't it? And then all the lights are on in here now as well. It's pretty bright. I've got some green paint last night from B&Q to go on there to paint that wall green so we can use it for a green screen, and probably the other one in my office. Also got some racking for Brookhouse, which Stephen's helped put up today with Rob. There's a picture of it, looks snazzy.
There you go, shelves are done. Fits absolutely perfect as well. I put this back in here. Don't know whether she'll want to keep it or not, but it's there.
I've just pulled over. There seems to be a pot of gold over Brookhouse. Oh, it's Tony. Going to put some on this field of barley as well now. You see that? A fertiliser factory that we used to have in the UK, still shut. No homegrown fertiliser anymore. And then, is that Sarah Crank's house? Maybe. Yeah, with the grain bins, I think it is. Another day, some more fly tipping. We've got a builder's bag, a washing machine, an old fence, and then sofa in the middle of the road. Well, in a third of the road. Mostly empty now. My dad seems to have parked in my way. I'm trying to back it in the shed. I jumped off the tracks a second ago, and as I jumped back on, I missed the handle and like punched that light. I feel like I've broken my finger. I wasn't really watching what I was doing. I was too busy looking at the gate I'd just opened. So now I feel like my finger's throbbing. I'll just drop that down a bit so I can see if we're going in the shed. I think Rob's going to guard me right back, and then I can get it tucked up as close to the drying floor as I can. Drying floor's not on, but it's warmer and drier in this shed than any of the others, because there's 150 kilos left in the hopper, which I'll continue with tomorrow. You can see Rob, can you or not? That'll do. Yeah, it's giving it dry now for a few weeks, which is good. We could get drilling again, hopefully. I know it's not been pushed up, but there was nothing left on the yard yesterday. It had all been chipped, so looks like the gardeners have all got back going again this week. Maybe they all start up in February, but I think there's more coming today than all of last week nearly. Right, here's one for you. When we finish that office, which is soon, do we put a roof over that? And then we've got some more indoor storage space for tractors and machinery. It's kind of a dead space at the moment, but because it's got 3 walls all the way around it, it only needs a roof over it, and it'll be quite weatherproof. Not many today. Ian Black, thanks for the donation. Ian put that on himself, but it's not Ian, my Ian, it's different Ian. Harry Christian is 11. Owen Jackson's 9. Sam Ackerson, I think it's Akerson, is 24. Joel Pinhay, is it? I don't know whether it's a H or an N. It's my own writing. Sorry about that. Alex Ferguson is 7, and last but not least, Clayton is 11. So happy birthday, everyone on there. And like I say, very close now to £85,000 for the Northwest Air Ambulance. Big cramp box arrived. It looks like Morgan's been on the cramp website. Some big shackles as well. Don't know what he's got them for. Glass cleaner as well. A lot of people have been commenting about the AstroTurf in the top office. Ian's not a fan, and we've looked into the flame retardantness of it. And apparently you treat it with the same thing that you treat carpets. If not, when carpets are made, they aren't either. But you spray them with something and it stops it from being flammable. So some come from the factory of it on, and some you put it on yourself. So we're just checking on that for which we were going to put down. Carpet tiles were very dear actually yesterday in B&Q, and with a carpet tile, the floor's going to be dead flat as well. So that's why the AstroTurf was a good option. So we'll see. But I'm waffling now. That is probably all for today. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.